For the couple of you that might be in here, this is the restarted stream. We have better connection starting out. I understand it's unacceptable. I apologize. Wi-Fi here at the stadium has just not been cutting it the past couple days. It started out pretty good today, but just absolutely was ravaging the stream there. I could tell in the bottom of the seventh, top of the eighth. But anyways, I'm definitely gonna have to have some more conversations and maybe have to connect on another network here. But for all you parents that are watching here, watching your kids, your nephews, whoever may be watching, and supports, especially in a close game like this. We can't have this poor sort of stream going, so apologize for that. Just to update you on what happened last inning, it was a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Aggies on offense. So that means that here comes the A's in the bottom of the eighth, and they have themselves a chance to take the lead going into the ninth. And those hopes are going to start with Scott Mitchell in this inning. Teammates in the dugout clapping along with La Chona as he walks up to the plate. First pitch to him, ball 1-0. If it was not mentioned earlier, the pitcher on the mound now for the Aggies is Nate Cruz out of Monterey Peninsula. Second pitch to Mitchell in there for a strike, 1-0. 1-1, that is. So I was chatting about earlier how there wasn't really much action going on in the A's bullpen, as this one is in play, it looks like, for the right fielder of the Aggies. Yes, it is. He catches it out number 1. Aggies 2 for 3 today, 2 base hits, has scored twice. Looking to continue that good production here at the plate. First pitch on the way, fouled into the screen. Oh, 1 is the count, and as an update on that smoke from a fire I saw earlier, it's dissipated quite a bit now. It was starting to get into a pretty solid column as this one is hit out to center field, but right at him, 2 down. But anyways, looks like firefighters did a good job getting that one knocked down pretty quick. Good chance it was probably a grass fire along Highway 41 through downtown Fresno. Fly out to right, fly out to center, two down here for the Athletics. Following that theme, might be a fly out to left here. This one inside looked like it might have stung Tyson Miller in the hands. Looks like he might be disappointed that he went around on that one as well. But 0-1 the count to him. Oh, 1 pitch downstairs, 1-1 to Miller. Miller has a couple of base knocks today, scored once. He was one of the 3 runs that scored in the 7th inning to tie it up. He hits this one out to shallow center field. Shortstop's got that one covered, and that's the end of this inning. Things are tied up here. Still with the Aggies and the A's. Aggies coming up to the 9th, looking to try and score a couple and steal a victory here against the A's. All right, top of the 9th, first pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Geis is still the pitcher on the mound, and batter squares the bunt there. No go, though. Aggies in a good spot here in the top of the 9th. They have 1, 2, 3 hitters up. So see if their top of the lineup can start producing something here in the 9th to try and retake that lead. Horton didn't seem to like that call too much. 1-2. Pitch on the way. Did he check his swing? They take a look at the first base umpire. He says, no, he didn't. Out number 1. Couple of Ks here for Geis. Looks like that is his fourth one of his outing. Been pitching since the fifth inning here, actually. Almost like a start for him. First pitch there in for a strike. Second one gets away from Geis. You can see it too. He motioned with his fingers that it slipped off his hand. So 1-1's the count. Foul back to the screen there. So 1-2 the count now to Ramirez. Ramirez has an RBI single, couple of walks here today, so he's been on base 3 times. Time is granted here from home plate umpire. This one misses outside, so 2-2. Two pitch from Geis, fouled into the screen. 2-2. It still remains. Just as a reminder, we do have a 12 o'clock cutoff here since we are sharing the field with the Grizzlies. They have themselves a Sunday game here at, I believe, 5:05 or 5:30. But anyways, the 12 o'clock cutoff means they need to start cleaning up for that game and getting things ready. Ramirez was able to hit that one up the middle. It's a single, his second of the game, and a little bit of action here going on for the Aggies. So anyways, it is just about T-minus 15 minutes until that cutoff. Most likely the A's should have their at-bats, but if we do not complete the 9th inning, then I do believe the score would revert back to the previous inning. So we might actually have ourselves a rare tie if the Aggies were not able to score in this game, which would be a drag. We don't like ties, but it has been an entertaining baseball game, so we'll take that. Anyways, 0-2 count here to Hartke, the right fielder. Hitless so far today. Looking to change that up. Time granted here from the umpire. Hartke might have had something in his eye, it looks like. Pitch outside, 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Doesn't get a swing, doesn't get a call. 2-2. Two-two pitch is hit to right field, base hit. Ramirez is going to hold up at second, and the other Ramirez, the Ramirez for the A's, throws it in to make sure that he does stay at second. So runners out on first and second, one out. Aggies threatening to score. Coach Wyatt Featherston clapping his hands, offering some encouragement. Fouled right back to the screen, 0-1. New batter here is the cleanup hitter, Cruz. He was able to come up with a big hit last time he was up. RBI single. Pitch on the way, misses outside, 1-1. Interesting to note, the Aggies actually have more hits today than the A's. This one gets by Edens to the backstop. So runners on second and third now. Really good chance here for the Aggies to take the lead. Two-1. Runners both in scoring position. All it takes is one swing of the bat here for Cruz to potentially put this one out of reach with the time limit we're up against. It is fouled off the screen there, 2-2. Two-two pitch misses outside, 3-2. Heck of a jam here for Geis and the A's, trying to hang on to keep it tied and have a chance to walk it off in the ninth. Cruz chases after this one. Here goes Maynor over to the dugout, not able to get it. Almost tips over into the dugout. 3-2, still the count. Thanks for letting me know. Just fixed it. Full count yet again. Let's see what Geis can come up with or what Cruz can come up with. Payoff pitch on the way. It's down the pipe. Over to George Smith. He throws it home, but it's offline. So I think a run is going to score here unless Eden somehow had his foot on the plate. Yes, indeed. That is the go-ahead run here for the Aggies. They score. George Smith, they had the infield in. George Smith was able to swallow up that ground ball, but throw took Edens off the plate. No chance. Runner is at first base. And pitch in there for a strike. They're able to get the out over at third on that one. This one is a fly out over to Mikey Ramirez. Innings over. A's are up against the clock, though. They have less than 10 minutes left to try and tie things up or come back and win. So we'll see what happens here for them. Aggies, on the other hand, trying to hang on here. Exciting half inning of baseball coming up. Do not go anywhere. All right, heck of a situation here, folks. Aggies just took the lead in the top of the ninth. They're up 7-6. Time is permitting here. We are less than 8 minutes away from that cutoff, and George Smith is batting here. First pitch to him is a ball. Pitch number 2 to George is hammered in the air to left field. It is going to be caught by the left fielder. 1 out. 2 to go for the Aggies. Pitcher asks for a new ball. He's got it. Hayes Edens is the batter. First pitch called strike, 0-1. A 1 pitch chopped on the ground to the shortstop, who picks it up, throws it over to first, and it pulled the first baseman's foot off the bag. He thought he was able to apply the tag, though. He knew the foot was off the bag, thought he tagged out Edens before he touched first base, but no go. They appeal. Umpires get together to talk about it, and they say he's out. Coach was coming out for the Aggies, but no need to anymore now that the call went the way he wanted to. They are 1 out away from taking victory here up against the time limit. First pitch to Ethan Wood. He hammers it through the 3-4 hole. That's a base hit. So not quite yet done are the A's. Ethan Wood will settle in at first. That's Ethan Wood's first base hit since coming back. Not fully back, though. We haven't seen him in the field yet, but third at bat, as a matter of fact, now that I think of it. He has 2 walks and a single, so very productive from him. Luke Navad is now digging in for the Athletics. Less than 5 minutes to go until game is called. First pitch, downstairs, ball 1. Want to know pitch on the way. It gets through the umpire. There goes Wood off to second base. Catcher's still not able to look for it, but Ethan Wood is just taking his time. Looks like he still doesn't quite have the wheels that he would like. Two and 0 now the count. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 3. Coach Wyatt Featherston calling over Parker Kristoff from the bullpen mound. Pretty sure he knows that he's not going to be able to make an appearance in the game on the mound with the time limit. 3 minutes to go now. Luke Navad with a base hit could bring in Ethan Wood, but it likely would have to be a deeper one with him still nursing the pulled hammy. There's a strike there to Luke Navad, 3-1. Pitch on the way, up and in, ball 4. Runners on first and second. Coach White Featherston getting it. Oh, here we go. That's why he called Parker Crystal in from the bullpen. He is going to swap him with Ethan Wood to be a pinch runner here. I do believe that's the first time I've seen one position in the batting order get subbed out twice in a game. So yeah, Parker Crystal is going to take Ethan Wood's spot at second base. And Luke Navad settles in at first with his walk. Runners on first and second. And less than 2 minutes to go here. We could end up having a walk-off, or we could end up having a tie game, or we could end up having the Aggies win. Lots to play for here. First pitch called a ball to Maynard. Maynard started the game off well with a single up the middle, but has struck out 3 times in a row since. Certainly looking to reverse that trend, or perhaps bookend those with a single here. There's the pitch, swinging miss, it looked like. And I don't even think it was a foul tip, but it bounced off the catcher's shoulder, perhaps, and back to the backstop, 1-1. All right, my clock on my laptop just hit 1 minute to go. Pitch on the way in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, able to keep the runners at bay. Critical block there. 2-1. I imagine we'll at least finish off this at bat before the time limit, but we will see what happens. All right, 2-1 pitch to Maynard. It's low at his feet, ball 3. Athletics are applying pressure here. There's 2 outs, but runners on first and second might end up being bases loaded. Here comes a 3-1. It's up in the air. Maynard slams his bat on the ground. He's upset with himself. Catch. That's the ball game. So we are able to just get the ball game in. A's applied late pressure there, but are not able to get it done, and they will drop this one 7-6. So the Aggies in Watsonville, California, able to take this series 2-1. Still a good week here for the Athletics, though. They finished the week 4-2. And coming up, we have 2 games against the Sacramento Yankees on Tuesday and Wednesday before we have sort of a summer break. So thank you very much for tuning in for all that. Sorry for all these technical issues the past couple days, including today. Frustrating for me, but I'm sure frustrating for you as well. So certainly hoping to get these wrapped up, resolved, so we can have more consistent streams, because it's just 19 games in, so feel like we should have things totally under control here, but it's just not quite the case right now. So yeah, hoping to have better connection and everything. So thank you very much again for tuning in. We'll see you for the 2-game series against the Yankees Tuesday and Wednesday.